All right. Hey, welcome back, guys. All right, Libras, let's take a look at this. Libras, I really appreciate you being here. We are starting out with card number 46. We've got all these puzzle pieces. We've got the images of an individual, somebody wearing a mask, a photo that is either disintegrating or being put together with those puzzle pieces. We've got broken bridges all over the place. Okay, this is a very disjointed, almost dreamscape. I'm feeling like somebody has got these ideas, like I'm not really sure who they are, or maybe I'm not really sure who I am. Is somebody wondering who Libra really is? Like it's almost they're wondering, did Libra ever love me? Seven of Wands. Is this somebody that Libra had to block, and this person is lost in their thoughts right now, wondering, did Libra ever care about me at all? These bridges seem burned, but then maybe, oh God, Six of Swords, they cannot get over Libra. This is somebody who is pondering. Maybe they're trying to forget Libra and they're wondering why they can't, but I also think that they're struggling with, how did Libra really feel about me? Have I got it all twisted? Oh God, this person is so brokenhearted right now. With this Three of Swords, I feel like it's hitting them really, really hard right now, particularly. I'm not sure what it is. Is it maybe because it's been a certain amount of time? Maybe they drove across a bridge or drove someplace that really, they were just flooded with memories of Libra, but they feel like they can't reach out to Libra. They feel like they're not going to be allowed to talk to Libra, and they're hurting over it. Got a lot of sword energy. They could be a fellow Libra, maybe a Gemini or an Aquarius, but I mean, we've got three sword cards to describe them, and just the Seven of Wands to describe how they feel Libra is passionately blocking them. I'm not allowed to cross back into Libra's life, but it keeps feeling like they're trying to ask themselves, did Libra love me? Maybe they're hoping that they could diminish some of the hurt and pain that they're feeling if they could tell themselves Libra didn't really care about me. And I'm thinking that they know that that's not true. And I would argue it's not true, because if Libra had to put up a blockage with them for some reason, there were probably big emotions there. The Star, God, Libra remains on their mind as like a 1 in a billion. They know Libra was a 1 in a billion. And I don't know what happened. How did you lose Libra? How did you lose Libra? The Moon. To have the Moon and the Star, this looks like they're saying, well, this was, like an epic, cosmic, like they're kind of saying they don't quite know what happened, but somehow it's almost like it was so much bigger than them. Whatever caused this breakup, whatever caused this collapse, it was so far out of their league, out of their reach. They couldn't have held on to this no matter what. It was beyond their, mere mortal capacity to hang on to Libra. We have a Three of Pentacles. Unless this is somebody who is hiding the fact that there was somebody else. I don't know. We got the Queen of Cups. This is a beautiful energy, but definitely like Dreamer's card. I keep feeling like Libra was a wish come true, and they seem to be befuddled about how they lost Libra. They seem to be befuddled about how Libra felt about them. Maybe they're wondering, was there somebody else that Libra cared about more? I'm missing a component here. There's something that doesn't make sense in their confusion, in the way they're pondering things. Seven of Swords and the Sun. Somebody lied. Let's see if we can figure out who's been lying, because I can't figure out if they're lying to themselves right now, and they know darn well how they lost Libra, while pretending like, I'm so confused, I'm so confused. Maybe this was a long distance scenario because of that Star. Maybe there was this, long ago and far away. Maybe this has been quite a while at this point. Maybe they're wondering, was Libra never supposed to be my person? Then why can't I forget them? I'm wondering, did they try to go date other people and this is not working out at all? And they're wondering, or they're trying to say something's untrue, but I need clarity. I keep thinking that they won't explain where the argument came from or why this ending occurred. So let's turn to the universe and say, universe, can you give me something blunt here? Because now that we see lies and the sun, it's like pretending everything's fine, but lying through their teeth. It's not being honest. Okay, the universe says with the Temperance card, obviously everything like was good, but then we have a Five of Wands. Everything could have been beautiful, but it's like they overthought it. They, you know what I feel like? I feel like this person never trusted that Libra loved them, never trusted that they could have been that happy together. 10 of Wands, High Priestess, and the Fool. To me, I feel like everything was good and they sabotaged it. That's how this is coming across. Everything was balanced. Everything could have been amazing. And then they started to get in their head and they overthought and they convinced themselves, probably this isn't going to last. So this will just be temporary. This will just be temporary, right? I'm sure it'll just be temporary. And, then we'll move away from each other. And I think that maybe they had some stuff that they needed to, unpack, that like sabotaging nature, the burdens that they carried that made them think about it that way. And I wonder if they never trusted that Libra really loved them. They still don't. They still think, I have to tell myself that I'm sure that Libra couldn't really have loved me because otherwise I sabotaged this and I blew it with Libra when Libra was my person. And I feel like an absolute fool. And I just want this back now. And they're trying to convince themselves that I know I wasn't wrong. I'm devastated and heartbroken because Libra couldn't have loved me, right? But I think that's where all the problem came from. They kept insisting, probably Libra has an ulterior motive. Probably there's somebody else that Libra likes. Probably there's someone else that Libra wants to be with instead of me. If this was a long distance relationship and this person was just flooded with insecurities, flooded with, or they just never could trust. They just could not trust that there wasn't probably somebody else that Libra would have preferred. There's got to be a lie in here somewhere. There's got to be. There's no way that Libra really is this happy, this beautiful, this sunshiny, this. I kind of think that they wrecked a good thing for no reason is what this looks like. And now they're like, I got to find a reason to say I didn't wreck a good thing. Libra didn't want me anyway, so there isn't a loss here. They're trying to like minimize their heartbreak right now. But everything here says that they sabotaged it themselves and they know it. And it's hitting like a ton of bricks now. That Three of Pentacles, the seeds that we plant are the seeds that grow. So if they have planted seeds of unhappiness, that's getting larger. If they planted seeds of confusion, guess what? That's what's growing. If they've planted seeds of, obsessing a little bit about Libra and what happened in the past, that is also what they're harvesting right now. And they're trying so hard to say, I can move on because I'm sure Libra was just a player. They're trying so hard to convince themselves that it wasn't real, that Libra couldn't have wanted them, right? Six of Swords upright, and they're trying to like vilify Libra so that they don't have to feel a broken heart and know that they sabotaged it. And I think it was all based on their insecurities. Let me just ask if we could get this character to be like really straightforward. Actually, let's go with this deck since it kind of like matches the motif. Let me just ask, how did Libra really feel about this person? Eight of Cups. Libra might have thought, I'm going to walk away from this person, but why? 10 of Swords. Libra might not have liked right out of the gate all of the sabotage energy. This feels like we're headed for a breakup if they keep acting like this. That's not what Libra wanted. With the Ace of Swords sideways, I didn't want to sever the connection. This person could have been my wish come true, but it just felt like we were headed for a collapse. Why did Libra feel like this connection was headed for a collapse? Page of Cups, because they were given very, very, very little. With that Page of Cups, this is like they barely put in energy, and Libra might have said, and they also kind of owe me an apology for something, for stressing me out. Did they pretend that they were dating somebody else, or that maybe there could have been somebody else when there really wasn't? And Libra's like, I don't know why they're playing a game. I don't really think that they're a player, but it's causing me all this stress, the way they're behaving, the minimal effort that they're putting in. I think what we're seeing is this is a relationship where this person had the weirdest behavior ever. They wanted Libra so much, and I think they were consumed with jealousy and the mere thought that, oh my God, what if Libra doesn't really like me? They're not really in love with me, and what if they've got somebody else and they're messing with my mind? That maybe contributed to how they behaved and like put in less and less energy, acted like it wasn't that meaningful. And then that confused the heck out of Libra. And it's like, okay, they are being rude to me at this point. I don't know why they're putting in such little energy. I don't really think that they're a player, but on the other hand, God, they're stressing me out all the freaking time. I don't see this continuing. I think that this relationship is going to be over because of this really profound, like sabotaging behavior. This is one of those situations where it could have been really confusing. I don't know. Was Libra confused about this person's behavior? 7 of Coins. Over time, I almost think Libra understood, like, I can see what's going on. I have this growing illumination of what is happening here. And this person they're going to sabotage. You're going to be super difficult. Okay. So at this point, it does look like Libra distanced themselves. Actually, let's stay with that for a second. How did Libra, wrap up this connection with them then? Because 4 of Cups, it's like, it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. But this is a missed opportunity. And it looks like Libra was just kind of like, it's too bad. That's too bad that this couldn't work out. Let's go back over to them. So they've still been sitting here trying to figure out, did I really lose Libra? No, I couldn't have, right? Libra couldn't really have cared about me. That's what the whole problem was all along. It was always Libra didn't really want me. They're still trying to convince themselves of that, which is bizarre because that in turn would cause them more heartbreak to think Libra never cared about me. But because now they've gone and lost Libra, they're really trying to convince themselves of that. Libra didn't want me, so I didn't lose out on anything, right? I didn't mess this one up. I didn't mess this one up, right? That seems to be where they're at right now. Trying so hard to say, there was nothing here to lose because Libra was lying. They never liked me anyway. Let's just, where are you really at, character, at this point? Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so there is a turning point for them right now. Ace of Pentacles says, like it or not, you're at a new doorway. Like it or not, there's new information. Like it or not, they know darn well Libra was the one, the 4 of Wands. Libra was the person. They want to do over so freaking bad. Death card. Maybe they're finally having this breakthrough after going through all of this misery of, no, I couldn't possibly have ruined this, right? It was Libra who ruined this because they didn't really want me. They know better. It's like, if only I could do this all over again. I had Libra and they did want me at one point in time. This is finally like sinking in. Libra did want me at one point, and what I could have done, all I needed to do was give equally to Libra. God, why could I not have done it different? Now I would do it all different. So we've watched them like try so hard to get themselves to like almost paint Libra as a villain, as somebody who confused them, when I think they confused themselves. Now it's like, if only I could do it all over again, I would handle it so different now. Lover's card. This is wild. This was so, all over the place. And now it's finally like, I would handle it so different. Page of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. I would talk more to Libra and I would offer my heart. Let me just ask this. If that had happened, Libra, would things have been different? Let me just see. If all these things that they now are recognizing, if only I had done this different, I could have maybe had things work out different. We have a 7 of Swords that is sideways. I say, would things have ended differently if they had done this? And this says, it's almost like Libra says, I don't believe that they could have. I mean, I think they're lying to themselves. Could also be that Libra's not 100% honest with themselves, because we have this love here. Hang on. Was there any part of this where did Libra contribute at all to a little bit of the sabotage? I'm sorry, but that 7 of Swords makes me wonder. No, it's more that as soon as I say, like, Libra, would things have been different if they had handled things differently? Libra's like, it would be different if they handled things in the future even. but I'm not going to say that out loud, but I'm thinking it in the back of my mind. Okay, so I don't really think that this is a situation in this story. And please remember, these are about these characters, right? Don't take offense. Don't be like, I don't want that person back. That's fine. If you're watching this, remember, this is not about you personally. This is about our characters. This particular Libra is like, if they handled it differently moving forward, it would have a different outcome. I would consider this again. We have the moon, but I don't think they're going to do that. So I'm not even going to, I'm not going to say it out loud, and it's kind of buried somewhere deep in my subconscious. I'm not going to say that. Libra would actually still want to give this person another chance, but they're not, letting their minds go down that road, which is understandable because it's already been super confusing, super disappointing. It's been a sabotaged connection. They put in very little effort, but God, I just think Libra really cared about this person. And the more Libra cared, the more this person acted like, I think they're messing with me. I think they don't really care about me. They must be playing games with me. There must be somebody else that Libra likes more. There must be, I don't see it was them going out there, and it's almost like they thought Libra was making a fool of them and was talking to their friends about them and messing with them. I don't know if this person has been played badly in the past by other people, and so they think everybody messes with somebody. Everybody's, full of lies. But their behavior definitely got them kicked out of Libra's world. But now they're finally having that turnaround in this story. All this time they've been trying to get over Libra by saying Libra wasn't real. They weren't true. They didn't really love me. They didn't accept, oh my God, what if they did? And God, I wish I had handled things so different. Honestly, I know I should have handled things different. Honestly, I wanted to love Libra. If I had another shot, I would love Libra. Are you going to do anything about this breakthrough that you're having? Are you going to do anything about this? The Hierophant, they're going to have to, because their higher self, when the higher self kicks in, that Taurian energy there, they have got to do something. Page of Cups. They at least have to say, I'm sorry if I'm the one who sabotaged this. I know I sabotaged something, or I know I behaved in a way that was not right. High Priestess. I know in my soul that my behavior was not right. This is them like really understanding what they did. This is them really taking responsibility for it, because they have to. They're kind of overwhelmed with this breakthrough. They're overwhelmed with this knowledge. If this person is saying, I have to apologize, I don't know how quickly they're going to come in with an apology. Maybe not till the new moon, but that's not far away. Two of Wands. They may not know how to write out this apology. They may have to draft it a couple times and then eventually just give it. Just simply say it. I am so sorry that I wanted this and I sabotaged it. That's it. That's as far as that needs to. It's that simple. If they can own it like an emperor, anything is possible. But right now they'll be drafting these words, trying to figure out how to say it until they get to the simple truth. I sabotaged this, and I actually really didn't mean to, because I actually really wanted this, and I wrecked this one. That's what happened. I ruined this. I feel like Libra is definitely going to be receiving this message from this individual, and that may change the future. That Libra said, I don't know. I don't know what I would think. Was there still love? Is there still love? Maybe somewhere deep down there is, but I'm keeping it buried unless there's a real good reason to bring it back to the surface. I think this letter would be the reason to bring it back to the surface. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up.